Welcome to Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy, where we seek to educate, motivate, and inspire professionals into starting their own healthcare businesses. Learn from leading healthcare entrepreneurs and other business experts as they share their journey and provide a glimpse into their playbooks for success. Loaded with valuable insights and actionable strategies, this show will guide you on your path to freedom. Now, please welcome your host, entrepreneur, healthcare practitioner, and MBA, Jason Duprat.
This episode is sponsored by my free presentation for the Ketamine Academy. If you're tired of long hours, constantly being on call, or having to give up your nights, weekends, and holidays, all for an employer that only thinks of you as a productivity number that they're trying to maximize, then it's time to break free from the hospital grind, become your own boss, and finally take control of your professional trajectory. It's time you start your own practice. I know it sounds really scary, maybe even a little impossible. I get it. You got student loans, you're working tons of hours, and you may not even be a physician. Well, I am here to tell you that it's absolutely possible. Starting my own clinic was exactly how I started my healthcare entrepreneur career. And there's one specific type of clinic that almost anybody can open. Ketamine therapy is one of the most promising treatments in the fight against depression, PTSD, and chronic pain that we've ever seen. And thousands of patients across the country are looking for clinics in their area. The problem is that there aren't enough yet. And these patients need someone like you to open a ketamine practice in your hometown. Go to ketamineacademy.com/presentation for a no-cost 60-minute training on how to gain more freedom by opening up your own clinic. On the presentation, you'll discover why opening your own private clinic is a better decision than working more overtime or going back to school for another degree, why this one specific niche clinic is the easiest to open and doesn't require a bunch of cash to start, and how anyone can open this type of clinic, even if you're not a physician, by just following a few simple steps. So to register for this free training, just go to ketamineacademy.com/presentation. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy podcast. I am your host, Jason Duprat, and I am here to share a little insight. It's just me, you, and the mic today, and share a little insight into what's going on with our business, and maybe you'll take some tactical takeaways from this, find some little nuggets of information during these episodes that will help you in your business. And so one thing that I have personally been struggling with lately is emails. The volume of emails that I have been getting recently is tremendous. I'm counting the number of emails that I have, accounts that I have to check daily. And it's about, I think it's 6 or 7 different email accounts. We have the IV Therapy Academy emails. We have my personal emails. I have my Navy emails. I have Ketamine Academy emails. I have Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy emails, podcast emails, and the volume of admin work that, takes place with just checking emails is tremendous. Actually, I was listening to a podcast recently and they cited a study that said that the average entrepreneur spends about 10 to 13 hours a week answering emails. And that to me sounds like a humongous waste of time. And it is. It totally is. So recently, just a few months back, we hired a VA and we started transitioning her into email management. So we created a couple of emails for her, and they are support at Ketamine Academy. Right now, she's using the general email for the IV Therapy Academy, as that's a little bit smaller of a course. But in time, she will get a support at IV Therapy Academy email address. And basically, in the course, we're giving instructions to send all login information, all tech support issues, all certificate requests, basically anything that I don't have to be involved in to those support inboxes to help sort of filter out the massive volume of emails that come in daily. If I had to guess, I would say I probably average 100 to 150 emails a day that I have to sift through, sort through, and essentially triage. That's one thing I'm doing daily. And, I'm hoping to offload more of that as time goes on. It is a little bit challenging as an entrepreneur because sometimes, you have this sort of control. You're a bit of a control freak. You have these, you don't want to let go of the reins. You feel like you can answer these emails best. You don't want to lose a customer. And so all the emails you feel like you can handle best, and it's an important part of your business and your branding and everything. So it's hard to pass those off, but it's important to do so. And one tool that I recently learned about is a tool called Inbox Pause, and it's pretty neat. It actually essentially blocks all of your inbox so you can't see it. So if you're, working on another project and you realize you have to quick send an email to somebody to get that project done, sort of one of the things that happens when you log into your email box is you start to see this huge task, huge list of emails, and it sort of becomes a desperate desire to check off those emails and respond to them as soon as you see them. And so this sort of, this application essentially will help prevent you from entering the black hole of email checking when you're not supposed to be doing that because it's unproductive. So it'll block off your email inbox so you can't see anything, so you can log in, send the email that you need to send, log back out without getting distracted, without having that temptation to look at a bunch of other emails while you're in there, which is oh so easy to do. What you should be doing, what most entrepreneurs, experts in productivity, and entrepreneurs that are excelling, they are actually very strict with their emails. John Lee Dumas is one of these individuals. He actually literally blocks off parts of his day to just respond to emails, and he will not touch or look at his email at any other time in the day. He doesn't have any email apps on his phone. He responds to emails once a day on his terms when he pre-programs it into his schedule, which is very smart, takes a lot of discipline, super hard to do, and something I'm planning to start working towards, hopefully with the help of that application called Inbox Pause. And when you're in there for your email time period, whatever that is, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, it's important to only do emails at that time and don't get into the rabbit hole of getting distracted, because you're only to maintain the maximum productivity, you should only be checking your email during that little window that you give yourself. And so it's important to just pop in there, triage your emails, anything that's urgent. It's basically the same thing as like an ER triage. Now you got your reds, your yellows and your greens, and things that, are super urgent that can really impact your business. Triaged red, it's got to be addressed immediately. Things that can be pushed off are either yellow or green. So that's one of the things you need to do when you triage your email inbox. And you can even put those into folders, so that way you know the priority of answering them if you can't get to them all at once. And so hopefully that provides a little insight into email management, which can be a huge waste of time if you're one of the average entrepreneurs who spends up to 13 hours a week just answering emails. Just imagine what you could do if you were able to crunch that down into like 4 hours, and then you had an extra 9 hours of productive time to be working on your business. Tremendous. It's something we are avidly working on. We are actually going to be hiring another virtual assistant to help us triage and manage those emails, and highly recommend that you do the same. You can hire a virtual assistant for pretty inexpensively. I wouldn't hire, obviously, the cheapest one, because some of these emails are pretty important and they need to have some skills. They need to be able to properly organize and manage an inbox. And so I wouldn't obviously pay a $4 an hour VA from Vietnam or something. They have to obviously be pretty skilled, speak native or fluent English, and be able to handle the task and be trustworthy and have the ability to not lose you any leads or any deals, or respond in a way that produces less than acceptable levels of customer service. So take a time to assess what your inbox habits are, and definitely adjust accordingly. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the content we're sharing here. That was a little sneak peek into what we are working on. Again, these are the Tactical Tuesday episodes. And if you guys could do us a huge favor and just share an episode, share one of your favorite episodes, tag one of your friends in that post, and let them know that this podcast exists, that would be a tremendous help to the growth of the podcast and the amount of people we can help and the value we can provide. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy podcast. We will catch you on the next episode.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy. Want to connect with more like-minded healthcare entrepreneurs and professionals? Just head over to jasonduprat.com/group to join our Facebook family for real-time interactions, insight, and resources to get you one step closer to realizing your goal. We look forward to interacting with you, but until then, we'll catch you on the next episode of the Healthcare Entrepreneur Academy.